Hi guys, welcome back to Ricola's Crochet Corner. I am Crystal. I said I was going to come back this week and I was going to show you guys a couple of finishes. One of them I haven't fully finished. It's a baby doll. I haven't finished her head yet. She's almost there, so I'll show you guys that next time. I wanted to come on though because I do have two other finished objects. And then I'll just talk briefly about a couple things and yeah, we'll get into it. All right, so one of the things that I made is this bear. So this guy was actually, so the whole head and the arms and one leg, I had started the second leg. I started it last year, probably, I want to say October, November, something like that anyway. So I had started making him from a pattern. Now, the pattern was in a magazine. And I don't know what happened to the magazine. I can't for the life of me find the magazine. It's somewhere. I have no clue where it is. I've tried finding it. I cannot find it. So basically, I just kind of tried to make the other leg, the one that wasn't done, similar to this, and then I just did like a chain in between and then just crocheted a body just so that I would have something to attach the arms and the head to get it done. I know it needs a tail. I haven't got a tail done yet. I don't have any more of this gray yarn that I was using, so I'm going to find just some gray yarn and just make a quick little tail. But other than that, he is done. I can't, like I said, I can't tell you anything about the pattern. I do remember hating the pattern. It was written in UK terms, and I do remember not loving the way it was made. Well, you can see I put this on crooked because I'm just that way, right? All my bears are crooked. It's just the way it is. I didn't like, I remember when I was starting this project and I did the one leg and it said to fasten off and then make the other one. I was reading it, and the way they had the join and everything, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I think that's probably why I stopped making it. But anyway, so the body parts were sitting there, and I was like, okay, I've had enough of this thing being on my desk. So I just finished it up real quick, and yeah, that's the bear. Like I said, I gotta make a tail for him because his looks kind of funny on the back end. But anyway, so I'm gonna make a tail for him, and he'll be done. And then I don't have the book here, but it is the Zumagurumi. I've made this before, so this is my second one. But I made another moose. His antlers are not, they're a little heavier this time. I don't know why, but they're not sitting up like they're supposed to be. I'm going to try to figure out a way to like get I might take some more yarn and just try to get them to stay upwards. But yeah, I didn't get that quite that great. But yeah, he's cute. And again, I don't know where I put the tail. I made the tail. It's got to be somewhere around here, but I'm in the process of cleaning up my crochet room. So I'm going to have to find his tail and put that on him. But other than that, he is done. He's a little bigger than the last one. I don't know why. He is definitely bigger, bulkier than the other one. And it's funny because I used the same yarn. What was it? Oh, I am horrible today with memory and names. It was the Loops and Threads one that Michael sells, the cheap one. No, it's not Loops and Threads. Craft Smart yarn. So I used the Craft Smart yarn, and it's the exact same hook. I used 3.75 with the Craft Smart yarn. Yeah, he turned out way bigger than the other one. Like I said, I got to fix the antlers because they're driving me nuts. They got to go up. But a friend of mine, she has a storefront, like not a storefront. She knows someone who has a store in somewhere like Lindsay or something like that. Anyway, and they're renting a shelf or a couple shelves, I should say, from that guy to sell their crocheted items. So they've been taking my stuff and selling it. Because back before, it had to be back in September or October. I had all pictures taken. Like I was making massive amigurumis. Like I made so many that none of you have seen because I was just trying to get them done to get them up in the store because the amigurumis were actually selling. That mousse that I just showed you, I made that out of that book, that Zumagurumi Favorites, and there's 30 patterns in it. I don't know where my book is right now. If I did, I'd show it to you, but I've showed it to you in a previous video when I did the first mousse. So I made the mousse and it sold for $45. I made the seagull in that book. I made the seal. I made the koala, the swan. I made a bunch of them that nobody saw, because the reason being, I had videos recorded and I had pictures and things like that I was going to post, and then I was busy with work and then trying to whip out all these amigurumis for the store. I ended up switching phones, and I have a new phone now, and I lost all of my videos and my photos. So I lost a whole bunch of, like, I don't even have photos to post any of the projects that I had been working on. So it's kind of frustrating because I lost all the stuff. And I had done a pattern test for Elise at Anaya's Toy Box. I had done her, I'm telling you, my names are leaving me today. What's it called? It's the Day of the Dead doll that she did, and I had made it. And then I forgot to post the pictures of it, and I told her I was, I got sick with COVID. It wasn't COVID. I had COVID symptoms. It was that RSV, that really nasty virus that was going around, and I got sick for a while. And then I just fell behind. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. I wasn't posting. And then all of a sudden, I changed phones because my phone had issues. Anyway, long story short, I switched phones, and when we were transferring the data, transferring things, I lost phone numbers, I lost my pictures, I lost my videos, I lost everything. So the girl had assured me that I was going to have, it was just a simple done, and it'll be good. You'll have all your stuff. Didn't work out. I'm not mad. It just happens. Stuff happens, right? But I lost all the photos. So her doll that I had made, I had done a little video for it. I had done pictures, and I had planned to upload them, and then I got busy and things happened, and then I lost it. So, and I can't even get the photos or ask the person for photos because the doll went to the store and was sold. So it's gone. I have no way of, I want to make another one because I really like the doll. I actually want to keep one, like make one and keep it and not sell it because I actually love the doll. And I had made it, and the dress was really cute. And, well, I'll link her pattern. I'll link the exact pattern and her YouTube channel and stuff like that. But I'll link the exact pattern that I'm talking about in the description box so you guys can go check it out. It's her, yeah, I think it's, I don't know if she called it the Day of the Dead doll, but that's basically what it is. So I made that, and then I made a whole bunch of amigurumis, like I said, and I can't even show you guys them because they're gone. So I did make a friend of mine a blanket and a pillow, and there's a couple more things that I have made that I gave as gifts to people at Christmas time. So I'm going to be able to show you guys some pictures. I don't have video of it, but I have some pictures that I'm going to put at either the beginning or the end, probably the end, because then it'll make sense. I'll post them at the end, and you can see what I made. I did make a few things over the Christmas holiday for gifts, and they're gone. So I got her to send me some pictures. I hope I still have them. Well, whatever pictures I have of it, I'll post it because I know she said she was going to send me some pictures. So I think I have those pictures. I'll just have to go through my text messages, and I'll insert them into the video so you guys can see that I made a few things. I made a blanket. I believe it was called it looked like a flower, like a sunflower kind of thing. Not a sunflower, no. Starburst. I will link the video down in the description box of the blanket that I had made. I basically did it in greens and reds, and I did a cream color to make it like Christmassy. And I made a pillow to match it. So I will link the pictures, or I will put the pictures in at the end of the video. But I've made a few things, so anything that I can remember or anything that I put in here, I'll try to link it in the description box down below. And I will share a whip with you guys that I'm working on. I never share whips because I hate to be held accountable. That's just my thing. I don't want to be held accountable. I like to, anyway. I have 2 amigurumis on the go right now. So hopefully those will be done soon and I can show you guys those. But I'm also working on a blanket. So if you guys seen the video where Heather gave me some yarn, she gave me a bunch of Mandela ombre in 2 different colors. One was the cool and the other one's a purple one. So I decided I wanted to make a blanket. Now I watched Shell, a whole bunch of you did it, but I mainly watched Shell from Shells Crochet. I know Cinnamon Stitches also has a couple of blankets, Jennifer, with the same ripple, granny ripple. But I followed Fiber Spider's pattern because that's what Shell said she did. And so I'm starting one of those. I'm not far into it, so it's not a huge project at this point. I'm only, 4 rows in? But I love the way it looks so far. And what I plan to do is basically use 1 ball of the black or whatever, the cool one. And then when it's done, I don't even care if it stops in the middle. I'm just going to join and keep going with the purple. And then when that one's done, go back to the black. So you get the gist of what I'm going to do. But yeah, so far it's not too bad. I mean, the only thing I'm not loving is this part, like the valley part, because you have to go a little tight with your first double crochet, and I'm not really good at that, but some of them have more of a gap than others, but I'm just like, it is what it is at this point. I'm going to try to work on it. I am using a 6mm hook, and yeah, so I'll tag Fiber Spider's video, and I'll tag Shell because I remember all last year and whenever we talk on, like we chit chat, and I'd see her blanket, her temperature blanket, and I keep saying, God, I want to make one of those. God, I love the look of that blanket. God, I want to make that blanket. So I decided I'm going to just stop saying I want to make it. I'm just going to make one. And I've decided instead of like going, oh, I'm going to go full throttle and make a blanket in a week, it's not going to happen. I am working and doing other things. So I'm not going to put that pressure on myself. I'm just going to commit to, I want to touch it every day. So whether I do it in the morning or at night or whatever, I want to put at least 1 row on it per day until I have no more yarn in those 2 cakes of yarn. I have a lot. So how many do I have? I think I have 12, maybe more of those balls of yarn. So I want to make it so that it's a full blanket. I'm going to use it till the yarn runs out, and then we'll see what we got. But I have definitely made a commitment to work on it every single day. I want to do, even if I just do 1 row, as long as I'm doing something with it so it's not sitting and not doing anything. Because I've decided that this year I'm not going to have 50,000 whips going all the time. I actually went through all of the whips that I had in bags. And if I know for sure I wasn't going to make anything with it or I wasn't going to finish it, it either got donated or I ripped it back and saved the yarn. But I did donate a lot of yarn. I donated like 5 bags of yarn to the people I work with that crochet and knit. I brought it into work and said, here, pick what you want, take what you want, I don't care. So I did get rid of a lot of yarn. And yeah, so I mean, I'm trying to kind of I'm not saying I'm not going to buy any yarn, but I have seen all the new yarn at Michael's. Obviously, I work there. I seen it. I was touching it all. I was like, oh, I want some so bad. But I was like, what are you going to make with that? What is your project that you're going to start and finish with that cake of yarn? And I looked at it and I looked at it all. It's gorgeous. Actually, Jennifer just posted a video of the yarn she bought, and the one that she was saying she was drawn to it and it's not something she would normally buy. That color, I don't know what it is with that one cake of yarn. It's got teal in it and like a brown, and I saw it and I was instantly drawn to that yarn, and I was like, but what would I make with it? I don't need a baby blanket. I don't need to make another blanket. Like, I don't have a need for 80 blankets. So, and let's face it, you can try to sell all your stuff, but the majority of time, people don't want to pay what you want to ask for it or what it's worth, because, I mean, it is what it is. Money's tight for everybody. Everything's going up, and no one's going to want to buy my blankets from me. So I was like, what am I going to do with this yarn? I don't wear shawls, As much as I think shawls are gorgeous, and every time I see somebody make a shawl and I'm like, oh, I love that. I really want to make that. I know for a fact I'm not going to make it and wear it. So what's the point of making a shawl? I was like, what can I make for myself that I would actually finish and wear or use? I was like, I'm not big on hats. I do have a couple hats. Like Shell made me a hat that I'm using. She also made me a cowl that matches the hat that I'm still using. So I don't really need to make any hats, and I don't wear hats. And I don't wear scarves that often. If I wear the cowl, it's when I'm outside shoveling or something like that. Other than that, I don't wear that kind of stuff. So I was like, what can I make myself? And I was like, let's get real. Every time I say I'm going to make a sweater, I get the body done. I get all there. I'll start the sleeves and then I stop because I hate sleeves. And then I always say I want to make a poncho. And then let's be real, I don't wear ponchos. I've never had a poncho, to be honest. I don't think I've ever worn a poncho. I love the look of them, and I really think I should wear one and when it comes to fall and stuff like that, but I just never, I don't think I've ever committed to making a full poncho that I like. A lot of times I don't like the way they sit, where they're short on the sides, but they come down really long to fit my size. To fit my size, they're really long in the front, but then they're really short because of how it, I don't know. I just haven't found a shawl that I would want to, or a poncho that I would want to make and wear. So I'm kind of struggling with what I would make. So I think that's what I'm trying to do this year. I'm trying to be more mindful of like, don't just buy the yarn to buy the yarn. I want to buy the yarn knowing that, okay, I'm going to make this project with this yarn. No more crap. No more buying 20 of something because it's on clearance, or buying 20 of them because I think I'm going to make a blanket and then they sit in my thing and then they never get used. It's just ridiculous. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm done with that crap. I'm like, the amount of yarn that I already currently own is enough to crochet the rest of my life with, and I would never have to buy another ball. So I think I've kind of organized my yarn. My room is a mess, so I'm not going to go into it with you guys. I will show you a little bit. So all the yarn over there is basically, so there's there are cakes. Those are the ones that Heather just gave me. I'll link Heather down below. And then there's some more cakes and stuff there that I might want to use. Some other yarn up top that I'm going to use for something else. And then there's all the ice yarns that she gave me up top. And I have all the Lion brand jeans yarn on 2 different shelves. I have that much of it now. And those are going to be for special projects that I have to figure out what I'm doing. All the yarn on that side is yarn that I have. It's kind of like for specific projects, blankets, things like baby gifts. There's baby yarns. There's thin yarns that I haven't figured out what I'm doing with yet. And then I'll show you my other messy side here. Don't mind the mess. So on this side, all of this is amigurumi yarn minus the bottom. The bottom one right there is all hand-dyed yarn and expensive yarns that I have not used but bought, and you know the drill. So the hand-dyed yarns, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with all those, because I got to figure out what to do with it to get it used up. But, so all that stuff on that side is amigurumi yarn. So I've dedicated it to saying to myself, okay, any amigurumis that I make, I don't care if it's like a pattern and it's like, well, they use this color, that color, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to use what I have for amigurumis to make amigurumis. I will be more mindful of what I have in stock when I'm making amigurumis so that I don't have to buy any more yarn for that. I feel like if I was being truly honest, I have bins downstairs full of yarn, and I'm sure I have, like, if I can't find a color on up here that I need to use, I'm going to, instead of running to the store and buying it, I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to look through my bins and see if I can find it there first, because I think I just need to be more mindful and maybe less quick to go out and buy, and maybe stop spending money and just start using what I have here and making projects with it. It just makes more sense financially to stop spending $50 million on yarn and then not using it and having it sit. So that's where I'm at this year. I think I just need to like focus on using what's in my house and not going crazy and gaga over every new yarn that comes out in Michaels. I just need to seriously stop, because it gets a little expensive and it gets a little crazy, and it's kind of wasteful when you don't do anything with it. I also saw that Michaels has new yarn, in case anybody's interested. It's that same stuff we got out last year. I gave it all to Debbie because I wasn't using it, and she knits and she crochets, but she makes a lot of garments. So I thought it would make great garments. It's that one with the merino in it. And it's really pretty, and it's by Loops and Threads. We got a lot more colors this year than we had last year. There's a lot of gorgeous colors. Like I said, though, I'm not going to buy it because there's no point. Maybe if I can, next time I go to work, if there's a quiet moment, I will go and do a quick film and show you some of the yarns. Like, we also got a display out, and it's Loops and Threads, impeccable. But the way they did it is it's all springy colors. So it's making it look like it's new colors and new yarn, but it's there is some new colorways, like the multi-variegateds are new, but the regular stuff on the ends is just regular colors, but it's springy looking. So they set it up that way, but it's impeccable. It's not like a new yarn. So I was like, it's cute. And then they have another one out. It's a fluffy yarn. They call it a bulky 6, but when you like actually take the strand of yarn, it's like a 4. At best, it's a 4, but they're classifying it as a 6. It looks like a nightmare. I don't think I want to buy any of it. It's gorgeous, though. I did have a friend ask me if I thought I could make a blanket for them out of it, and I was like, yeah, no. I don't think it's something I want to do. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think I want to work on that. So yeah, that's it. Okay, now that I've yacked your ear off for 20 something minutes, I'm sorry if this is a long video and you guys get bored of it. You don't have to watch it all, but I just wanted to come on, show you what I've been up to, talk about what I'm doing, and blah blah blah, chit chat for 20 minutes. So I hope everyone stays safe, everyone stays well. I will be back hopefully next week with some more finishes. I'm going to try to be more vigilant this year and post more and be more on YouTube, as much as time will allow anyway. So take care, have a great weekend, and I hope you guys all stay crafty, and I look forward to watching your videos. Bye guys.